What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode on the Vanilla Empire Plus server. Today, guys, we got some really cool plans. I want to work on the quarry in particular, digging it out and adding some details around the sides to kind of start the build of making it look like a quarry and not just a hole in the ground with leaves around it. But to start off the episode, I want to go check on some of our profits at the shopping district. So, to the nether portal we head. Now, on the way to the shopping district, there's something quite cool that I want to check out, which a member named Ian actually misplaced and put it at Zorka's base over here instead of mine in my portal. But it's actually, I believe it's 5 diamond blocks. And this is just covering the payment of setting up a new shop, because he was really trying to encourage people to set up new ones, and I believe it's here in the shulker. So let's see. So the slime blocks is very greatly appreciated, because that is the shop that he has. He owns the sticky shop. Let's see. Yep, shop owner award, the real Ian. 5 diamond blocks. Hooray! Alrighty now, heading back. So after we check on our profits, I want to first dig out the hole, because that's something I've been kind of putting off. I want to take it down around 5 to 6 blocks, maybe more than that if I have the patience. And then I'm not quite sure what I want to do with the outside, but I know I want to have some cranes and like some shipping containers, so I'll probably just line the outside of it with the path design similar to the barn, with coarse dirt and mud bricks most likely. I feel like that would look good, and put some fortifications in a sense to just give it that sort of the medieval look that the rest of the builds. Oh my goodness, stirring like crazy. To give it that medieval look the rest of the builds have. Righty. First shop, Prismarine Pavilion. Let's see. I don't expect anything. Yeah, nothing from there. And nothing. Alright. Chicken! Let's see. Come on now, give me something good. Something good. Something good. Come on now. Well, that was a waste of time. While we're here, though, I do want to repair some of my gear, because my elytra has taken a bit of damage, but it's mainly my pickaxes that have taken it. So I want to use the XP farm in the bookshop in the basement while I have my diamonds on me, so I can get back up to full, especially if we're going to be digging out the hole even farther. Come on, silverfish. Come on down. It's been like a minute now, and there's still nothing from what I see. That's definitely a problem. That is broken, and I just wasted 2 diamonds on it. Bummer. Alright, so if we're not going to be repairing our gear, we'll just have to be kind of conservative with the blocks we're breaking. But going back to the base, I'll probably look on Pinterest or just Google for some inspiration on what to do for the outside. And then maybe lay it out with leaves and such if I want to have any different buildings. Maybe like you know how sort of either demolition projects or construction have like a trailer out in front? I mean, a medieval trailer? I mean, why not, man? That'd be kind of cool, I guess. Alright, but if we want to start building around it, the first order of business is Spinning. Wait, whoa. Wait, you can crouch while you're midair? Whoa. Yeah, this is me pressing control. And it like slows down, I guess? Wow, I never knew that. Anyways, the first order of business is digging out the hole. It's gonna be tedious, but I'll time lapse it so you guys don't have to be sitting there waiting for it too long. Alright, without further ado, let's get digging. Alrighty, now that it's a little bit deeper and I feel like we've made some good progress, I want to now set up some fortifications around this. And I like the idea of going with this same block palette of the coarse dirt, spruce, and packed mud, kind of a ring around it, and then adding buildings onto it from there. It's come to my attention that Adventstriker, one of the members, who also has YouTube, you should go check him out, look it up. I'll put his channel link in the description. He's in need of some black dye, which I happen to have a little bit of because I have a squid farm that's running. It doesn't run well because I still need to drain all the river around it, but it is running and I have a bit over a stack of it, so I'm gonna make a little goodie box delivery to his base and surprise him with that. Or it's not really a surprise, I told him I was coming, but give him a little housewarming gift. I believe this portal is him. Let's see. Nope, this is Eternals. Back to the drawing board. Okay, so it's just southeast of the shopping district. Oh, and he just got a stack. Coming to deliver goodie box. This is not him. Well, it'll help. It will help. Let's try this one. Stronghold portal. Nope. This one. Okay, I don't know where I'm going. This is... Okay, I am officially lost. So it turns out the reason we couldn't find it is because he doesn't have one. Which explains a lot, because my calculations were not... They weren't calculating. But we'll fly from Eternals to his base, and he doesn't even really need it, but I've already came this far, and I'm not gonna quit now. So I will see you when I get... Alright, we should be coming up on it soon. Hooray! Here we are. Let's take his handy dandy little bubble elevator. Woo! Oh no, he sees us. Ah! All right. So, ah! Run away. Okay, we gotta be quick. We gotta be quick. Boom, bop, bam, bam, run. Mission successful. Always following us. No. Bye. Mission successful. Ah, foot. Ow. Me too.
Biggie,
Yes.
Biggie,
Hi. Howdy.
what's up?
Um. Who's Biggie?
Hello.
I'm just a tree, man. I don't even know what you're talking about. That's a nice cave you have there.
I don't know. Do you know you're muted?
Oh my goodness. No, I did not know I was muted. Oh my goodness.
Oh man,
Oh
that's
my.
hilarious. What were you running for?
It was supposed to be a spy mission, but it kind of went downhill.
Yeah, I saw your name tag.
Fudge.
It's a real shame I wasn't recording at that point, because that would have been hilarious.
Oh my goodness. I smacked the tree. I went ow, and then you smacked the tree and went ow, and you're like I smacked the tree, but I was muted when I said I smacked it too.
Yeah, I smacked it because I had looked.
Oh my goodness. Oh, my mic. Oh my goodness. My stupid icon isn't working. There's supposed to be an icon in the bottom left.
Huh?
There's supposed to be like a mic icon in the bottom left, but it's not working. So I had no idea.
H hides the.
Oh my goodness, that I did. There it is. Oh my, this stupid icon.
Let's see. What you type in there?
Hold on, I messed up. I gotta restart.
Smack.
Smack. What day is it? The 9th. There we go.
May 10th.
Wait, I thought it was the 9th.
Well, it's
Oh,
past
oh, it's yeah, it's the 10th for you. Wow. Oh, I gotta fix that.
You can keep it that.
There we go.
I'm
Perfect.
in East Coast time zone.
Yeah, I'm in Mountain Time, so it's all funky.
Hang on.
But all right. Anyway, this is a spy mission, so I'm gonna go now. Mission successful, if I do say so myself, y'all. That was pretty snazzy. We got the ink sacks delivered, and we learned that we pressed H and muted our mic during the whole thing. But you know, you learn from your mistakes, and that's the most important thing. All right, guys, we're back at home now. I'm not quite sure if you'll be able to hear Adventstriker in the clip before this one. I realized in OBS that I had my desktop audio turned really far down. So if you're not actually able to hear him, I do apologize. It was a pretty funny interaction between us. I put the volume up for later, so the rest of this video, the in-game audio should be louder. If it's too loud, let me know. If it's too quiet, again, also let me know. I felt like I almost just broke this painting. I've done this like the amount of times I've broken this one painting while accidentally punching in third person is insane. I've had to replace it like 8 separate times. Alright, when we start, tracing around it, the first thing we need to do is obviously dig out the part, like the floor and the grass. So that is what I'm gonna do right now. Yeah. Okay, I'm about halfway done. And if we're gonna put buildings anywhere, I want them to be probably here. And I think it would be cool if we had kind of a tunnel-like building, a cylinder kind of on its side horizontally, and then like a little mini tower that kind of has a higher point than this one in terms of steepness. And with that, it is all dug out. Now we just need to fill it in, and that's the fun part, really, which it's not that fun. It's still quite tedious, but it's better than just chopping it with a shovel. So that's what I'll work on now. I'm not putting in a time lapse. If I do, I'll see you soon. Alrighty, I realized that I didn't realize just how little resources and materials I had to build this. I got maybe a tiny bit over halfway, and I'm out of everything. These were all filled with slots, like building materials. I'm out. So I guess we will have to save the rest of this for a little later in the video, as I will have to go collect stuff. I still want to outline. I want to put a building. Yeah, I'll put it here. I want to outline these buildings that I have ideas for. Alright, I have all materials collected, and it's a lot of them. It should be plenty for this build, which I might want to extend out a couple blocks. And for many builds in the future that I'll use the same palette for. So kind of just some future proofing with the amount that I collected. But yeah, we should be chilling. Now, only thing to do is build it. Alrighty, now that that's finished, let's go ahead and outline where the buildings are gonna be on the outside. On the outside. I want them to be right around here. Alrighty. So I want it to be kind of like a little circle type thing. Oh. That's not exactly what I want. Hold on. I'm gonna play with this for a second, and I'll show you once I have something done. Alrighty, I found a layout that I like. At least for the most part. I'm gonna bring this one back a little bit. So there. Yeah, I like that. So now it's gonna be like a sort of a cylinder, like I said, sort of a medieval trailer sort of type thing, with a little tower coming off of it that's not really gonna have much in it. but just for aesthetics, just a little tower with a tip right at the point. Okay, I'm not really sure what block palette I want to use. I know I want to change it up a little bit from the other buildings because it's not going to necessarily be the same style. And I'm thinking mixing granite with the different types of mud might look kind of cool. Okay, I've got a basic layout for what I think I want it to look like. And so far, I'm really liking it. I'm enjoying this. And I think we'll have a door there with a little staircase and like a fence post. Dude, oh my goodness. My mind is flooding with ideas right now. But I am going to build this up, and especially this tower here. And I'm gonna finish the general outline, and we'll see what it's done, how we want to texture it necessarily. So let's get building. Alrighty, now we have a basic outline for the shape of it, which this is coming along very nicely. This is pretty much exactly how I envisioned it. Now the next order of business should be putting the roof on this little mini tower here, which I'll kind of just copy this one, except obviously it's not as big, so I'll have to shrink it down, but I want it to be pretty steep. For the roof color, I'm actually thinking like dark prismarine would kind of look kind of cool, with maybe a deep slate border, maybe? We'll see. Okay, I realized that I made a mistake. It's coming back to bite me pretty bad, and that's that I made this even and not odd, so I can't have an even point in the middle like that one, which means I'm gonna have to tear it all down and start over. At least we have haste too. Alright, it's all torn down. Now time to start fresh and build it back up. Alrighty, so the tip is done, which I really like. I feel like it fits in really well to this kind of path around it. I'll probably put in a little window here and maybe a line going down with like a shaft of some sort. So it looks like you enter out from here and can go straight into the mine. And then next order of business is probably putting some kind of structure around this shorter cylindrical part. So I've been playing around with the roof a little bit, and I think I found something that I really like with the roof, kind of like almost a mini version of the barn, but without these steep bits. Just sort of a little curve, and then that should end up about right here, so it shouldn't conflict with the tip whatsoever. And I feel, yeah, that'll look good. Alrighty, so this is the general outline for the roof before any texturing. And I gotta say, I really like it. I'm gonna remove this stair, and then I don't know exactly what I want to do for this portion, but I should be able to figure it out pretty easily. And yeah, like it's really coming along quite nicely. The next order of business is again same with the barn, adding texture to the outside, so that it's not just these flat walls. Okay, now I'll kind of walk you through the process of the texturing that I'll do, which starts off really with separating it into chunks. Now, this one in particular, I don't know if that's going to be the most important thing. Mainly because there's not a giant flat wall to separate. Kind of like this one, where it was a big space to kind of separate it into two smaller spaces, or like this one here. With this one, I don't know exactly how I would do that, or if I want to do that. So instead, I'll go in with the second step, and I'll go crazy with trapdoors, really. Because it adds a layer of depth and uniqueness to the build. It makes the sort of pillars, if you will, stand out more from what's around them. The next thing I'll do is usually mark windows, because that provides a nice sort of layout to work around, so I know where I can't place certain things and where I should place others. Now this one I don't want glass windows, because it's more of like a rustic kind of build, not like a modern one. So I'll put fences in for the windows, or it's not quite medieval either, where I would put like scaffolding in like I did for the barn or Pilbuti Tower over here. Now this one is a bit of a tougher build to texture. Unlike these ones where the base is wood and the trapdoors kind of match the color around it, there's not a very good way to make a pattern of trapdoors to give this build more depth. So instead, I'll kind of just cover it up. That's as simple as it is. If you don't know how to texture it properly or to the way you want to, just don't. Just cover it up. See, now that looks so much better than it did before when it was just a flat wall. Now it's an actual kind of surface that we can work with, and looks like it fits in as an actual building and not just a bunch of blocks we placed together. Alrighty guys, so I've gone ahead and textured the entire thing, and oh boy, I'm in love with this build, man. I'm really enjoying making this. Wow. This is great. So I put some more leaves around it. I added these ladders. I put buttons everywhere. I made this little barrel-y area with some redstone. I don't know exactly what it's for, but it looks kind of cool. I don't know the lore behind it, but yeah, and then more leaves kind of draping down into the quarry like this has been here a while. And yeah, I really enjoy this build. I feel like it contrasts well with the other style that I've been using, and that kind of we can draw a line here so we can start building in different styles and then mesh them together at some point. But yeah, guys, I really enjoy this. The one thing I have not done, however, is the interior. And that is generally where I struggle the most in Minecraft. I might do this today, but I might also get too lazy. If I don't end up doing it today, you know, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it done, and I'm not gonna procrastinate like I have with every single one of my builds. Because the barn isn't done. There's so many empty pens still. Even Nether Sheep doesn't have food. Like the fishing shack, there's nothing. There's not even a ceiling in here. And neither does the tower. I mean, it's got some floors and it's got pill booty, but like it doesn't have decorations of any sort. Oh wow, it's like X-ray. Okay, besides the point. We need to do this interior so that it will actually be done. Because if we don't do it today, I have a feeling it's not going to get done ever. And I mean, ever. Sorry, I had to find my zoom button. Now, I feel like I could get kind of funky with this and give it like some white floors with like diorite and calcite. But first, I want to see which door looks better. Looks the best. Yeah, dark oak for sure. Alrighty, everyone. The interior is now finished. So without further ado, I give you the tour of the building. So you've already seen the outside, but as you walk in, this is how it looks. And I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, this building serves no function either than rather than looking good. But yeah, it's got some storage. We want to put some stuff in here. Only thing it really needs is lighting, which I'm not quite sure how I want to do it. Which it doesn't need any in here because the campfire, but maybe just a lantern right here. Alright, lantern made. And ta-da! And it is complete. I'm pretty happy with it. Now, for the last little bit of this video of episode 2, I want to go check out a new shop that's being made in the district. I know Adventstriker is making this one, and I'm pretty sure it's selling the lights. So I want to check this out, and just see what the whole deal is. Let's hope the XP farm gets repaired soon, because my elytra is not looking too good. Alrighty, here it is. Wow. This thing's pretty. I love free cam because they have no idea I'm here and I'm just spying on them. Yeah, this thing's cool. Yeah, they have no idea. Look at him. Hi, Advent. What's up? What up, Sly? Hello. Yeah, this thing looks cool. And unfortunately, guys, that is going to do it for today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope to see you in the next one. Again, I will leave a link to Adventstriker's YouTube channel down in the description. You should go watch him. He also posts videos on the server and on other stuff in Minecraft. And yeah, guys, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.